Okay, so thank you guys for the comments and questions. I have been a type 1 diabetic since I was 2 years old. And I was doing great health-wise up until about 2 years ago. I had my first ever seizure and almost died in my sleep because I've been on the Dexcom since I was about 7 years old, and I no longer wake up to the sounds of the alerts. I'm just so mute to it, I guess. I switched off of the insulin pump because I have very drastic, scary low blood sugars. And so now I'm on insulin injections, and if you're on the insulin pump, you know that Dexcom works with any insulin pump to give the blood sugar readings, but then the insulin pump will adjust the basal rate, right? But for me, that adjustment wasn't happening quick enough. In the last year, I've had 5 seizures. Every single one has been very scary. I've never been alone while I've had a seizure, which is, why I'm still here today. But when I started having daytime seizures, that's what really scared me, because your Dexcom sensor is only able to test your blood sugar once every 5 minutes. Now, they market the Dexcom sensor as accurate. You don't have to test your blood sugar ever because it's so accurate. And I felt that that was true, and I still, to an extent think that that's true. But I have rapid blood sugar changes, and so within those 5 minutes, Archie is able to alert me 24/7. So he doesn't ever stop. He'll wake up from a dead sleep and run over to me and alert me. He always alerts me before my Dexcom goes off. And I now have my low settings to 85 and my high settings to 150 because I needed to be alerted prior to me hitting that low threshold, just so that way I could act quick enough. But basically, for myself, in the last year, I've found that I lose full motor function. I've collapsed to the floor. I lose feeling in my tongue. I lose control over my limbs. And so for me, a service dog is very necessary, and Archie actually helps a lot. I never realized how helpful he could be for me. But now my Dexcom shows that in the last 30 days, which I've had him for a little bit longer than that, my average blood sugar reading is 135, and I'm sitting at 73% of the time in range. And I attribute that to him. Now, it could be a number of things, but just in my experience with what I've gone through, he's been life-changing for me. That was him doing an alert. I keep telling him that we're all done with that alert because I've already treated for it. But my blood sugar is 152, which is barely even high. His threshold is 80 to 150. Now, ever since I had a daytime seizure, I actually had him in the crate. It's the only seizure I've had since I've had him. He has now started alerting me once I start getting close to 90. Yeah. He does different types of alerts for me as well, so I can tell if it's a rapid drop or not. So sometimes he'll alert me and I'll be like 120, and I'm like, Archie, we're all done with that alert. And then my next reading is like 108 or something. Like I have basically at least a 15-point change. And I'm like, oh, okay, you were alerting me because it's a rapid drop. Got it. It's all a learning process, and we're evolving every day. But because diabetes is hormonal and our hormones are ever changing, your symptoms can be ever changing as well.